SHODO!
Inferno wing! Burn rise! Slash rise.
Hey guys, welcome to the 51st episode of the SHODO-Pop podcast. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
It's Josh.
Shodo, Common Writer, featuring Soto.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that one. It's Malunis. What do you know? And hey, guess what? Josh was right. He's absolutely correct.
That's right.
So, what we got for you today...
That's a sentence I've never heard before.
You heard it last night from Chris when you were talking about... Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was yesterday. Guys, we got news out of the Soto blog, which is great because they said last week that the news could come out as early as this week, and turns out we did get news, and it's a good time. So we'll talk about that. We will dive into our topic, which we put on the Discord and talked about in the last episode. So yeah, if you guys want to participate in the show topic, make sure to head over to our Discord or stay tuned on the Twitter to get stuff on that. But without further ado, Josh, since you were correct, why don't you tell us about this Falcon?
Okay, I can do that. So, the first figure was revealed tonight for 01's AI07 line. And so, the first figure for the set is going to be Jin's Burning Falcon form, which has been in the show for a little under 2 months at this point. And so they're finally being able to get it out in Soto, and I felt like it made sense for it to be the first figure. I mean, it also would have made sense for Rampage Vulcan to have been it too, but yeah, it ended up being Burning Falcon, so it looks really good, in my opinion.
The more you were talking about it last time, it made more sense just because it debuted first.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about what they went through with the paint stuff? Because that was pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. So they wanted to get like that, the metallic red kind of look that the suit has. But they were like, in classic Soto fashion, they go, above and beyond to try to, get the perfect results. So they went through, 12 different types of reds?
Yeah, 12 reds. That, it says, many as 12 pattern is color chose from slightly different sample.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, also in classic Soto fashion, they looked at the colors and said, okay, what is this shade supposed to be?
Yeah. Exactly.
Also, they decided, hey, this one color isn't enough. Let's include another slightly different but kind of the same color.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, the friggin' what's it? What?
Another Geo's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, no, I was thinking more of the hazard bodies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because in the case of Another Geo, they explained how, if you use multiple shades of color, it kind of makes it a little bit less monotonous to look at.
That's true. I definitely appreciate that here, because I feel like, probably, I don't know, looking at an RKF, it would just be a sea of red. But this, the color breaking it up, it looks really nice. And it's apparently a wine red.
Yeah, that's what they
I can see
what
that.
they call it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks accurate to me, so...
Yeah, and, they always do such a good job at paint matching. That is a wonderful sheen, and the fact that, the figure itself is a metallic color, and on top of that, this works on so many levels.
Absolutely.
Dude, and I don't know why they didn't really touch on it too much. I guess it's a sort of old hat, but hey, Slash Riser is also included for handheld use.
Yeah.
I like it. It looks really nice.
It does. Yeah.
The one thing that kind of almost bugs me about this and the shot risers, because of the way it's designed, it means like the opposite side is in view, so you kind of get this hollow-looking weapon.
I feel like that's always the case, though. Like, they choose it's wrong side.
Well,
I mean,
I was going to say, most of the time they actually get to choose a side with detail to kind of show on the front. Mm-hmm. But because of the way these weapons are held and the way that they form the belt, it kind of results in the sticker side being on the back.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you.
You just have to be a little bit more clever with the way you pose them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice. It was a really brief overview. Like,
it was almost like when they kind of show off figures that are like way not done yet, but this looked pretty done.
Yeah, like, I'm surprised they didn't like note anything about the legs or like, oh hey, we reused some of this stuff, or did they reuse? Yeah, they had to have.
Some of it I think has to have been, because I'm pretty sure the legs.
Maybe not. No, that's definitely reused. Yeah, it has to be reused. They added like some extra black to that, and like, I don't see too many stickers outside of the wings here. Like, this is a pretty successful.
Are the wings the same set that came with? I mean, I know they're different color, but are they the same that came with the original Jin? I can't remember.
You know, I was questioning that as well, because it looked a lot flatter in these images, but that might just be because of the sticker itself. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Because I don't know why.
Surprising.
Whoa, wait. Okay, hold on. The wings on the original just sort of like they sort of just splay out about like a straight line. Like, wing to wing is like a straight line. But here, maybe it's just the angle of this, but it looks like they're flared out a little bit more.
Yeah, I see that.
So, yeah, I'm not too sure, and they didn't give us like the wave breakdown version of this. So,
right.
Yeah, which again is something that they've sort of dropped doing until it was like sort of relevant. Interesting. So, yeah, that's this guy. I'm excited to get.
Oh
this.
Yeah, I mean I love this suit a lot. It's become one of my favorite forms on the show.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see this get a really good Soda figure.
And you know what? Like I hate, continuing to shit on RKF, but like I very much appreciate that this is like a more solid looking red than that sort of. The other one had a bit of like transparency to it. It didn't look quite right, but this looks like dense and solid, and I like the look of this. It has like a different quality to it, or a look. But yeah, very, very excited.
Yes.
So let's talk some Shodo-X a little bit, because
because they decided to do something different.
Yeah. They get to the why at the end of the blog, but like, in terms of like the Shodo blog portion of this blog post itself, they went a little bit more in depth. Like, we already knew these were happening, so this isn't new stuff, but we get more, I don't know, more flavor. So stronger. It, in the outset, just looks wise, you get to see more of the paint, but they did say they sort of like changed the tint of the coloring, because like it's a lot less vibrant and more like, I don't know, like rough and tumble, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
real. Yeah. And also the green little chesticles underneath.
Yeah, I'm glad you know the terms.
Yeah. Huh? What? Yeah. Oh, they remolded the hands as well.
Yeah, and the head.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
that was the thing that they pointed out last time too. Like,
Oh,
we
okay.
are. This is specifically like more accurate.
Okay, they probably added more dots. And yeah, like the metallic green goes a long way in like making it look a lot more premium. The other green just sort of makes it look like 2 tennis balls are on his head. So yeah, it looks good. Let's see.
Yeah, especially I liked that the comparison with the old one that you posted.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, white trim around the S. That was neat.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, really, all there is left to say for him is like the bike. You can have the off-road version and the on-road version.
Only the official terms.
Yeah. Also, the Shoto-O rail set makes a reappearance here. I gotta say, it is sort of jarring that they are cast in just white, and like everything else, the scenery, the background, the ground that they're on looks so well done as a diorama. And then you got these like plain white, boring rails on the sides. Like it's the only thing holding it back.
I mean, they're probably just rails that are painted white. That looks like white paint.
I don't know. When I see rails, I think more of like a metallic, like look, like more of like a sheet metal sort of situation.
Paint them up.
Oh, fair. I mean, fine.
This is literally the easiest one to paint.
I guess you're right. Let's see. Charged up version exists. I didn't know this at all, or I had entirely forgot. But in the original Shoto Versus, there was a secret figure, and this was it.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
It says in Shoto Kamen Rider Versus, Stronger Charge Up was recorded in Stronger's secret frame, is included in lineup 2. I am endlessly happy that they dropped the stupid blind box aspect of it. Like, I'm so glad I know what I'm getting. It's wonderful.
Takes the fun out, Corey.
That is not fun, Josh.
Let Converge have their fun.
Sure, Converge can
go.
have their fun because I'm not collecting it. But when I am collecting it, no fun for them. I want my toys. Also, does the front of his bike remind you of like Las Vegas or something?
Oh, I see it.
Right?
Yeah.
Strange. Okay.
It reminds me of the 70s.
Fair. Speaking of 70s, or more specifically 7 legendary riders. We have all of them in X, except for Rider Man. So hopefully he's coming soon.
That picture looks so good.
Huh?
That picture looks so good.
It does, yeah. I'm really excited to have that. I recently rewatched Movie War Megamax. And I just need these. So
that lineup of the 7 that's the old Amazon, right?
Yeah, I think.
I'm not sure.
Or no, I don't know.
I have no idea because like they noted that the only one that isn't X is Rider Man, and I thought they sort of muted the colors a little more from like the original Shoto release. So this is the result.
I don't know. I wasn't sure. I just couldn't tell because I thought Amazon here kind of looked the worst of them all here. I think that
timing makes sense that it might not be.
Yeah, I think it's the older one and not the one that's going to be out with the Amazons.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, something they didn't note in this blog, but I have seen people talk about, is that Blade has the drop crotch but to sit on a bike easier. But Stronger does not, which is weird because Stronger has the bike and Blade doesn't. So I don't know what that's all about. But then again, the Sun Vulcan guys all have that drop crotch. I almost dropped things. That would have been dangerous.
Did you drop a crotch?
Yes, I dropped the crotch.
Demonetized.
I dropped the chesticles, if you will.
Okay.
I don't know why he doesn't have that, because I thought the whole point was to make it easier for riding things to happen. But whatever.
Who knows?
Maybe you could. I have not really kept up with the Shodo developments, but I wonder if maybe their selling point with that articulation is it adds more articulation and conveniently also makes it easier to put them on motorcycles.
That might be it. Just general articulation upgrade. Because it really makes zero differences once you put it on the bike.
Oh,
it's
one
just
thing that I forgot to.
bike.
One thing I forgot to bring up was when they started talking about the Shodo stuff, they said, hey, for people who aren't familiar with Shodo, or those who have been buying the Shodo series but never really bought Shodo, by all means, take this opportunity to know the charm of Shodo.
Yeah, now is the time. Shodo is the best. But then again, we cover them both anyway on the Twitter, so it's not like we haven't been doing doing our part in this endeavor to get everyone to buy Shodo. Malunis, buy Shodo.
Well, maybe if they give me the set that I prepared for.
That's fair.
I definitely want to get those 7 legendary riders now.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that means you have to go back and get X.
That's right.
Shodo-X stuff, and also Kamen Rider X in Shodo-X.
That's right.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that they could definitely improve on with Rider-Man, if they make a new one, is the skin tone, because he's looking pretty pale and dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of paint to cake onto some black plastic, so... Oh, wait, no. Is it flesh tone and then they painted the whole... I don't know, man. This is strange. I want more Rider-Man. Rider-Man is he's one of the ones that had a Chase variant, and both of those are so very expensive on the aftermarket. So, because, the Chase variant had, different versions of his arm.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so... That's one I've been chasing for a little bit, and I legitimately don't mind not owning regular Shodo Versus as long as I can get my hands on Shodo-X.
I think that the current approach they have with form changes now, you could easily just have Rider-Man on his own and then a box with all of the different arms.
Dude, absolutely. And whatever else comes with everyone else. But yeah, let's talk about Blade. Yes. And this is something I didn't know. Actually, let's talk about this first. You can finally complete your Heisei Phase 1 rider collection if you just sort of fudge in Den-O. And yeah, it's a wonderful sight to behold.
Absolutely.
And still, again, as I've been saying, as the blog is probably hinting toward, Soto and Shodo are meant to be collected together. Definitely put them together. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you're not collecting both. Malunis.
Well, right now, money is the reason.
Fair. Absolutely fair. But yeah, this looks so good, and I can't believe I'm living in a world where I can have all my riders in around 3 3/4, 4-inch scale. This looks beautiful. And let's see here. The Blade figure, something I did not realize was that he comes with just a dummy version of his sword if you don't want to buy the expansion set. It's all cast in blue. Yeah, it's really convenient. I didn't know that was a thing they did. But if you're like me, you're getting the expansion set anyway, and the painted version of the sword looks really nice. My
That's probably
blade
made
is
of-
roused. Huh?
That's probably made of rubbery plastic, so that might not be good to paint. But I was just staring at that thinking, oh, I wonder if I could give that to Gio's blade armor.
Ooh.
What, like cut off the
Yeah.
yeah, that could work. You might need to thicken the peg, but outside of that, I can definitely see it happening.
It's not a bad idea.
You know, Lego is 3 mil, so I wonder if you could like cut the whole thing off entirely, sort of drill a hole in, and then that might not be enough material. I don't know. I as well want a Shodo blade rouser. Yeah. Let's see.
Those
all
card
this other
hands are pretty. Those card hands are pretty lank.
I mean, what do you expect? I didn't mind anyway. Like, I think the best decision I ever made was leaving my decade cards blank.
Yeah,
then
I
could
did the same thing.
Huh?
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I can just pretend they are whatever I want them to be. It's my imagination.
I can't
thing.
I couldn't choose a card.
Same. But yeah, another thing that they wanted to note here was that the cards, the big blown up cards, are Shokugan base compatible, which is nice because I ordered an entire box of that, and I'm very happy that I did so.
This next one I really love.
Oh, are you talking about Kamen Rider Sword versus Kamen Rider Blade?
Yes.
Yes. Again, something I had no idea of. I've never watched Blade. I never knew about the secret or the Hyper Battle DVD. But if you steal,
I was scrolling through the blog and I was like, yes, Hyper Battle DVD representation.
Mm-hmm.
If you steal the muffler from Ichigo or Nigo, you can put it on Blade and you can make Kamen Rider Sword. That is special. That is very special. And now I need a second one, which,
of course,
if I'm getting the 10-pack, I'm sure I'll have a second one.
But do you have a second scarf?
I have a second Ichigo.
I was about to say, there's no way you don't have multiples of the original guy.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I might just steal it off of my my old Shoto one. I don't know if me in the future is gonna care about Shoto verses like I do with like collecting and preserving older candy toys. So I'm not sure. Like, I definitely don't care about collecting and preserving motion revives. So like I'm hoping that's gonna be the case for future me. So I could just
you can't really preserve them because they just kind of shatter.
I know, it's annoying. But yeah, that's really cool. What do you know about Kamen Rider Sword? Like,
well,
first
his
of
name,
all,
his name isn't Kamen Rider Sword for one.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
Oh, okay. Well, it says Kamen Rider
yeah,
Sword versus Kamen Rider Blade in the thing. What's his actual name?
I think he's
Imitation
just
Blade.
known as the evil Kamen Rider Blade.
Well, that's
Yeah.
boring. Why can't I call him
They
Kamen Rider Sword?
I mean, honestly, I like that name a lot better.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I've decided. I decided this.
That's a result of a weird thing that they decided to do for Blade's show title, which is that it uses the kanji for sword, which is Ken, but then under it just has Blade.
What? What?
I don't know why they did that for that particular one.
Have I been lied to this whole time? Has he been Kamen Rider Sword this whole time? Kind of?
I mean,
Technically.
I gotta process that.
This dude's name is Ken? Wait, or is it Kamen Rider Ken?
Where's Kamen
Who
Rider
is
Barbie?
this guy? What?
Where's Kamen Rider Barbie?
Oh, I don't know, man.
I was
Probably
gonna say have him
in Toy Story.
Have him fighting Kamen Rider
4.
Ryuki. Ken, for you?
Oh, I get the joke now. Thank you for explaining.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So now I need a second.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm always down to have lazy customs in my collection. Because, like,
100%.
it takes
Hey, if they
barely
encourage
any
it
work,
for this
and you
one.
have an extra character, basically. There's so much
Right, yeah,
utility there.
And especially since they're promoting that exact thing here.
Yeah. So it is official. You can make... Yeah, his name's Kamen Rider Sword now. Or Ken. It's not even Kamen Rider Ken. His name's just Ken.
We'll just call him Kamen Rider Sword Ken, so it's Sword.
Sword Ken. Sure. Wait, hold on.
The Blade.
Isn't Blade's name Kenzaki or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that Ken
That's
the
true.
same Ken?
Maybe.
Who's
I didn't
Ken?
even realize. I didn't even realize that.
Ah.
Oh, that's amazing. Toy and
The dragon guy is named Ryuga Banjo.
Oh!
But he doesn't play a banjo.
Sento means
Yeah,
war
but he
rabbit.
only plays the ukulele. Huh?
I guess you missed that one.
Oh no, I definitely heard it. It was Sento, the rabbit and tank thing. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Anytime I put the name in Google Translate, it gives me some variation of War Rabbit.
War rabbit. That's adorable. Anyway, this dude's name is Ken now.
Yep. Just
Hey.
a small thing that we may or may not have skipped over. I think him comes up about this point. They talked about the Izu figurine, which is,
Yes.
according to Google Translate, the fastest official figure in the world.
What? I mean, I guess technically since she runs fast. But what is that supposed to mean?
Please welcome your secretary to your home.
Good. Wonderful. If we were a Mimi Sherry if we were a Mimi Sherry podcast, that would definitely be the name. Unfortunately, we are not. Apparently, though, it's a very popular set, or just something people are interested in, because they had a lot more people like viewing the blog. They had a lot more people place orders on it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, screw me. I don't know anything about anything if this thing is selling like gangbusters.
Well, people like Izu.
Yeah, but also people like about $60 in their bank account. I didn't know which one they liked more. I guess it's Izu. I guess it's 3 Izus, apparently. So yeah, I mean, good for them. Glad they're prospering. Good job. Like, the thing that they were saying with, like, this thing is emerging of molded, like, sculpted, clay sculpted stuff and computer sculpted stuff is really cool to me. So I'm glad that it's moving forward that way. It's dope. I appreciate it. And hey, let's talk about the merger, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we pretty much said it throughout, but they really... No, we did have a whole discussion about this already. They just wanted to let other people know what other sort of, I guess, Shokugan stuff there is to offer, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
The way they put it, more or less, was just, one of the questions we get from you a lot is, why are these separate blog posts? And I guess their decision was, you know what, you're right.
So, now it'll be called Rider Candy Toy Development Blog,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I'm fine with it. Like, I don't have to do 2 separate threads on Twitter. I could just do the one.
It also almost read like they said, Soto is still the top dog, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Which has the most products will remain the main focus. That's fine. Wait, what is this? You here want to know the product. You want to read this kind of content. If you have any comments such as, please send us commodity questionnaire. What? Fill out the survey.
Soto easy, please.
Yeah, I fill out the survey. I already did. Malunis, did you fill out the survey?
I did not.
Then don't ask for stuff unless you're willing to let them know directly.
Fair.
But they did actually have a spot for because I know my buddy Chris, we talked about him a lot on this podcast. Chris from Long's Toys, he always says that dude, I really hate stickers. If you could just if you just made the price higher and painted everything for me, that would be wonderful. Stop doing the sticker stuff. And there was an option to say, hey, or like under the negatives, it's like, would you, or like, I don't like this because you could raise the price and add more paint. I was like, oh yeah, I'll check that. Like that's genuinely something I agree with. And like in this like sort of time, 3 3/4 inch is about $10, even $12. And you know, I feel like the raising it from maybe like an $8 figure to about $10 would be fine. I don't see an issue in it.
I wonder if we could possibly see Soto Chronicle go in that direction, because you know, when they revealed Kuga, they basically just said, you know, we kind of intended this to be an older person's line, so we're doing that now.
What do you mean? What?
That they said before that the intended age group for Soto Chronicle specifically was a little bit higher than regular Soto.
Right.
So I could see them kind of saying, yeah, we can kind of justify raising the price on Chronicle.
Yeah, I mean, if they did it for Chronicle, I wouldn't mind. Even mainline, absolutely. Like, I just, it'd be interesting to see how the market would react.
Plus, I think we have already kind of seen this take effect in 01, because a lot of the initial reveals for it have basically read as, we want you to do less work. Less sticker.
And like, I'm sure they know, and like even in the sort of images themselves, you can see the stickers aren't doing well for some of the ones that they apply to their figures, so they must know that there's some difficulty to it. And like, I was kind of sad earlier putting the stickers onto my Gaim figures, because like, you know, I can't play with them as much as I could before I put the stickers on. So,
that's accurate. Like this past week, when I was just putting the Another Riders back up on display after taking them out of the box from college, I had to do like a sticker test to like make sure they were all, you know, still, you know, flat and not trying to come off the figure. So,
and that, you know, that's not to say stickers don't have their place, because like, I remember back for the blog post for Gates Majesty, and they put a lot of work, the person working on it put a lot of work and effort into making those stickers clear.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's so many details on these figures that you couldn't do with paint.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have a place. It's just, I don't know, like, I feel like I would like a situation like with how Figuarts is now, because they do put stickers in their Figuarts for some reason. But I would like to see only when necessary we do stickers. Like when it's replicating something that has a sticker, basically any gimmick item, then it would make sense, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
I agree.
I think I've brought this up on the podcast before. Like, that I got Figure Arts Gaim, which was from a very good time for Figure Arts, where like the little Lockseed had like its own little printed detailing, and it was very good. But then, like when I look at photos of the recent Geo ones, those ride watches just don't have anything.
Oh, it looks so bad, especially on Geo Trinity with the watch where it has the 3 riders. It's just a blank pink circle.
It's to the point that there is actually like an unofficial kind of third-party toy group that made some ride watches. Like they specifically made like the pedestal thing that has all the ride watches on it.
Oh, nice. I know that what is it? Hedge has been like it's O's
Reggie.
Reggie, yeah. On Twitter, he's been hassling me about making those ride watches, so I'm glad that there's an option available.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because I absolutely don't feel like making ride watches, but I'll try. Eventually I'll try it. But yeah, also next week we're getting what they call D-Man's Masterpiece, a sample review of Chronicle Kuga. We did get sort of an overview of what all is happening in it a long time ago.
Just
but
as
they
we do all the time.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have actual in-hand images. It was all just based off of the promo stuff, so I'm very interested to see what's up here. Yeah, absolutely do not miss it next week.
Very specifically, they cite that there's a mysterious gem that will be revealed.
In my translation, it says, D-Man Sr. of Kuga Love also appeared. Gem of mystery to burst.
Sure.
Hey! So we had a question go out for the podcast topic last week. Let's see. That Malunis came up with. Or, no, wait. Yeah, we all sort of came up with together. And it was basically, what do you want to see out of a Shodo-X box? And you guys replied, and you guys are actually still replying, because I said just before we started recording that, hey, we're about to record, get your picks in now. So, yeah, we could definitely go through and talk about your guys' lineups, but did you guys want to sort of do your lineup before we dive into theirs?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Malunis, you seem the most ready.
So, in between this recording and the last one, Toei put up their international YouTube channel. So I watched a couple of different tokusatsu that aren't Rider or Sentai.
Nice.
Yeah. One of them that I was thinking about was, I want you guys to kind of look up the pictures of this guy just to see what I'm talking about. It's a character called Robot Detective K. Like the letter K.
That's interesting.
K, is this the dude that like turns around? Oh, whoa. Oh, this guy's dope.
When he fights, he doesn't really have the most unique robot design, but when he's just doing his detective work, he is a snazzy dresser.
Nice. Dude, don't they already sort of like have this snazzy dresser mold in the form of
Hongo.
Takeshi Hongo? Like, all you need is Robot Man the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That
parts are
would
there.
be dope.
The only thing was that apart from, I don't think there's a name for these, K with clothes and without clothes. I don't know if you would necessarily be able to do the vehicle because it's a car.
Yeah, probably not.
3 boxes.
3 boxes.
More than half this wave is just a car.
Uh-huh.
It's also kind of a dumb car, so I'm not really that interested in it.
Mm-hmm. Why is there a red
But the other one that I watched was the the Space Iron Man Kyodyne, which you may recognize from the Forza summer movie.
Yeah, them.
They are... That is... I would just recommend checking out those 2 episodes that are posted. They are the most 70s Toku goofiness.
Nice.
To the point that one of them transforms into a jet and flies at the enemy to punch it.
Oh, good. Getting
So yeah,
As you do.
I don't care if it's like the original design or the redesign. I welcome either one, but it would just be those 2 brothers, maybe one of the disposable grunts because the main monsters aren't that interesting, and also their vehicle modes.
That would be
they're basically Transformers.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense as a set. Like, I mean, how big are the things that they transform into?
You could get away with just having them be about the same size as the figures.
Interesting.
Scale is weird in that one because the monster of the week will just like transform into a very large vehicle for no apparent reason because 70s Toku.
Right. It's what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my proposed set. Cool. I think we might have just narrowed it down to what is your ideal set, and it might have come out a little bit more writer themed. But when we were talking about it, we were like, "Oh, what if you could have a set that's something that's not writer or Sentai?
Yeah.
It's just like some random Toku thing."
Because our discussion basically started with
Like
it
Inazuma.
started with some sort of like we talked about the first and the next movie writers as a set, and then we were like, oh, let's branch out a little more, let's talk spaceships, let's talk whoever else showed up, like Kikaider
and really we were just talking about that really weird few years period where Toei was just inserting redesigns of old tokusatsu heroes in Kamen Rider movies.
Yeah. And they looked really cool. Got no toys, really sad, or made me really sad.
Yep. Well, at least they're figure arts, but the ones from the Forza Summer movie at least got figure arts.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they did. I forgot about that.
I still haven't watched it. I can't find the subs on. I've been using OZC a lot.
You're trying to find subs for the summer movie, or?
Yeah, the Forza Summer movie, because like I wanted them from OZC because they do like some really high quality like Blu-ray rips. And stuff.
Right, yeah.
But I don't know. If they're probably somewhere else. Hey Josh, did you have a set or 2 that you had in mind?
I did.
All right.
So, continuing with the pattern of like a Shoto set for like another Toku.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to see a set because I just love the designs of these. It's kind of in the same vein as the Amazon or the Amazon set. Where I would love to see a Kikaider and Haikaider set.
Ooh.
To have like the 2 of their original designs and then their reboot movie designs.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Be in the set together. Also, Haikaider could have a bunch of different option pieces for the different... There's like other Haikaiders that have like a blue chest and like a yellow kind of chest, and stuff like that. And he has a bike as well.
For some reason, include Ryoma Sengoku's head.
Yes, that'd be fantastic.
Please do.
That'd be so good.
There is no scene in Guy more iconic than him just being in the mirror, just cutting lines for his own brain surgery.
That's right. Such an iconic scene. But also, since both, I mean, it's kind of a lot for a whole set, but both Kikaider and Haikaider have bikes, so it'd be cool to see them.
They have pushed the envelope before, so that's not out of
the
possibility.
They have, but yeah, that's what I would personally like to see, a Kikaider Haikaider set.
Nice.
And you?
So I went more plain Jane. I went Rider because like I feel like after they did Amazon's, I was like, oh, this is the place to get the riders that aren't typically seen as like part of the Pantheon. So I kind of wanted a Kamen Rider the first in the next set. So like the first set would basically be Ichigo Nigo, and I think did they both have bikes? This was me assuming that they both had bikes.
I'm not sure, actually.
Let's assume that if they're the same model, let's just assume that the case assortment is very generous.
Yeah, so I would say those two and both their bikes. So that's like, oh, and then to match it, like you could do a Shodo-O with what is it? The
Shocker Riders?
Shocker Riders and the Shockers with basically the gas masks from that. And you could definitely do the next with Shocker Riders instead. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would work as its own set.
And
or, not the next, V3.
And then you can also include, I was about to say Bazooka Joe. That's not the name. Scissors Jaguar.
I don't know.
That was the monster from the next. I think it's supposed to be like an iconic monster from V3.
Full disclosure, haven't watched either of those movies. I just want those suits. I just need the representation on my shelf.
The first is pretty good. The next is, it's like a J-horror movie that Kamen Rider occasionally invades.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not really into horror, so guess that might not be for me. But like along that same vein, I guess, this is something I've been championing for a few months, but like I still think one of the best set like layouts would be getting the Kamen Rider Ichigo brand new armor as a figure.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, his new bike and Ghost Inspector. That's one set.
Nice.
Ooh, I want a set of Ichigo, Nigo, Sango, and Yongo.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. And isn't there Yeah, that would be dope. And once again, put the whole car in there.
Yes, please.
I was gonna say when I was still trying to come up with my list before we were recording. Two of my joke ideas was just a drive set with this figure, this figure, this figure, and then a second wave with the car.
Well, if we have Sango's car, don't forget we need Yongo's plane.
Ooh.
I'll take it. More 3.75" vehicles? That's mine.
Yeah, there you go.
And for my last trick, and this is my most like not pessimistic, but like this is the most realistic one that I came up with. It would be, especially with what we know now, Kabuto, Gattack, the Kabuto's extender, and Riderman. And that would be, like the next thing. That's my that's more of a prediction one than a want one. But I really want Gattack and Riderman. So
I was about to say, what's the joke there with Riderman? But then I realized, oh yeah, we're literally getting a set kind of like that with Blade.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they do it all the time. I think the first was it one of the first sets with Fies just sort of had the end. So like,
oh yeah,
usually they just sort of have stuff at the end of it.
Just making them when we make them.
Yeah. So that seems like one of the ones I don't know that he necessarily needs his bike. I don't need it. I mean, I definitely would want it, but like I want Kabuto's bike more. Same with Gattack's actually. But yeah, those are my boxes.
So what are yours, fans?
Yeah, tell us. Oh, okay.
That was your cue to read the comments.
Yes, I know. Thank you. I was making a joke as if they were speaking into the... Fine. Blade Raider says, I would say the standard wave layout of X is 6 different boxes to... Oh, okay. He's just making the... they're already doing my idea of Amazon and Amazon's wave, though I would have made room for the mole Amazon, so I feel good about that. I think he's a good pick for O. I think he's definitely a good pick for the next Shodo O. Now, my dream wave comics is a second Agito wave themed around G3. Ooh, this is going to be good. This is his
I
line.
like that.
Yeah, again, this is
one.
Blade Raider. G3X, G3, Agito Burning Form. Good time to finish Agito's forms. Guard Chaser A, Guard Chaser B. The bike would be able to store at least some of G3's weapons. Option parts set. This would contain all missing weapons. He has a ton of them, and I want them all. And the option parts to make G3 into G3 mild. Hell yes! Accompanying this wave would be an O wave with gills, both forms, and G4. This is a good pick. I like this. I have not watched Agito, but everything I've seen with G3 makes me want to see it. I love G3 so much.
I love this a lot. This is a really good idea.
That's good stuff. Peacemaker 2448 says, weird idea, but how about Skyrider, Tackle, and their bikes for a Shodo-X set of the official and unofficial 8th riders? Yeah, wait, how's Skyrider... Okay, what's his status? Because I thought he was an actual real rider.
He is.
No, yeah, he's one of the main Shodo riders.
Maybe they just meant like, because Stronger was the 7th rider and Skyrider was the 8th one, but they're saying Tackle could have technically been an 8th rider.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
okay, that makes sense.
I see Tackle in O as well.
That could be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this. I didn't know she had a bike though.
Me neither.
I would
That's why
also...
she should be counted as a rider even more.
Yeah. I would also appreciate the exact same thing that SIC did. They included an extra faceplate for Tackle, but you could just include an extra head for Tackle with a faceplate. I don't know that she had it. I'm pretty sure she didn't, but it would make her look like a rider because she is one.
She definitely didn't have that.
Yeah.
It was like a Riderman situation.
Right. But that's fine. Riderman sets the precedent.
Right.
She is a rider. Austin Teal says, well, for me, I think we could do Kamen Rider Kuga bike box. Kamen Rider Kuga bike 1 box for the Tri-Chaser and 2 for the Go-Ram. And I guess also we could do some Grongi, like this one, what rides on a motorcycle. I don't know. I haven't watched Kuga, but I know Austin is a very big fan of Kuga. So yeah, that's cool. Like, the Go-Ram, I think those are more. Wait, what is the Go-Ram?
It's like a
there's
beetle
a thing
mecha
that combines with the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
It's
Okay.
what Kuga becomes when he has his final form ride in DK.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you guys started talking about it, so I'll just read some of this stuff. It's interesting. Blade Raider says Kuga would be a challenge with 2 bikes, the Go Ram and Rising Form on top of that. Would gladly buy it though. Yeah, absolutely. Let's
companion piece for Sodo.
Here. Huh?
It would be a good companion piece for Sodo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see. All right. So after I said, "Hey, we're recording," Blade Raider said, for something non-Rider, I still want that Shoto Kenji Oba set of nothing but Kenji Oba characters. Only half joking on that.
Yes.
For Sentai, I want the Gokaijers because of Gokaijers. That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll take Shoto Super Gokaijers. Let's see. And then Austin Teal says, Soto Precure. Bro, that's not even the prompt. It could work just like the Dragon Ball figures. Not even the same. That's Shoto. But okay.
Hey, if I may say, Pretty Cure is closer to Toku than Dragon Ball.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not going to elaborate.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm not debating that. I'm just saying Soto
From
Precure.
everything that my girlfriend's told me about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything I've seen of it. The color-coded people, the superpowers, the henshin devices, owned by Bandai. Like, you've ticked all the boxes. Yeah.
There's going to be a Deno crossover, apparently.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's like a full-length thing or if it's just a short.
Oh, okay. Either
It's
way,
I think it's like a little special.
I wouldn't mind Precure representation in a more articulated form, because all I've seen for their candy toy offerings are like solid statues, and like they seem to be like fashion figures where you swap on different pieces and stuff.
I don't know what their figure art situation is, but I know they've had figure arts at some point.
But Malunis, I want 4-inch. 3 3/4 to 4-inch. Let's see.
Fill out the questionnaire.
Blade Raider says, I can see that working. Austin Teal then yells, well then tell everyone that, because everyone laughs at me for even suggesting that idea. I don't know who's laughing at you for. I mean, like, I'm laughing because you said Dragon Ball Soto figures existed. Those absolutely did not. But I definitely would like to see like a Soto equivalent for Precure. Just a more articulated situation. But yeah, I Blade Raider says, I know nearly nothing about Precure beyond Magical Girl anime that airs with Sentai and Rider. I come from the mindset that everything needs a Soto/Shoto line. Come to think of it, most of what I know about Precure comes from Tokusatsu Gaga, and now I just want Shoto Emmer Jason. That is the best pick of all of these. Emmer Jason absolutely deserves one. Same with the what are their names? Basically the
Sentai.
Yeah, the Sentai in there. Geki Ranger, but not. I need it. But yeah, also, I did want to do... We are running long. Like, kind of really long. But I did want to do some follow-up to what Blade Raider was talking about with the Banpresto stuff that we were asking about, the 3 3/4 inch guys. And he posted some really nice pictures in the Kamen Rider Discord chat, in the channel on the Discord.
Yes.
So he was saying, so the Banpresto Kamen Rider line, this is the second wave of the line and the one with Tackle in it. So he showed an image. Make sure to, head over to the Discord. They're about 3 3/4 inches. I can only find 3 waves, all Showa riders, Shadow Moon, and Shaka riders. Shoto has literally made all of these characters except Tackle. That's sad. Cannot find any monster figures, in parentheses, not the chibi figures, but I know I've seen them in this style and scale. Back when Shoto Versus made Shocker Combat Men, there was a customizer that took these monster toys I'm thinking of and kit bashed them with the Combat Men to make the monster into a Shoto figure. That's neat. I know this monster line had Cactogron, Rider 2's first monster, and the Mole Beastman, because this customizer kit bashed both of those monsters. That survey is a nightmare on that. Oh, he was talking about the survey. Yeah, so that's really neat. A little bit of history into Kamen Rider as it relates to the 3 3/4 inch scale. And these look like,
Classic
like
Star Wars.
old Kenner action figure. Yeah, classic Star Wars Kenner, vintage Kenner Star Wars, is what this looks like to me.
Modern faux nostalgic figures.
Yes. Well, I mean I'm talking like actual vintage, not the vintage collection Star Wars. Yeah.
I was trying to think of a more modern touchstone there,
Yeah.
which ironically is faux nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. So you're basically going to the same place. But yeah, these are interesting. That tackle does not look like she has a lot of articulation, which is a little saddening. I am so sure that we're getting a Shoto version of her. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Got a new stronger.
Yeah, we got like I'm sure, because like every time a Shoto-O thing happens, like I'm sure that line's not dead. It just waits until enough leftovers need to be picked up for them to make a release. You know, so I feel like
we've kind of grasped the pattern that Soto has, but Shoto just kind of surprises you.
It does, but I feel like O has a pattern to it. Like typically it does a little bit of Ryuki catch-up. We didn't get any Ryuki catch-up in this last one, but it typically does some of that. It typically does whatever's missing from the mainline Shoto-X stuff. So I don't know, say in terms of Amazons, that's why I said Mole would definitely be a good pick for that. And then you could throw in something like Tackle, since Stronger showed up. You could even put Garen or Chalice, potentially.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because like secondary riders don't typically get done unless they're within the same wave as their primary rider.
I don't know if you could put both Garen and Chalice in there, so you might want to go with the secondary rider.
Oh, I said either or.
Even though I'm on Team Garen for being the secondary rider,
I legitimately don't understand this debate. I always thought it was Garen.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is objectively. Yes,
it just is. And
I think it's the same. It's the same thing as the O's final form debate. Well, technically, this one has this sort of importance in story.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah. I mean, it shares. There's the story standpoint, and also Bandai and Toei have changed their minds 100 times on both things.
Wait, have they changed their mind on Chalice and Garen?
Oh, there's been Chalice and Garen back and forth for a while.
Oh my god. Interesting.
There are things that they're inconsistent about.
Like last year, during Geo, there was a newspaper like promotion, I guess, that came out that had like a poster of all of the main riders, and then they did it again where it had all the secondary riders, and in the blade spot they put Chalice and not Garen.
Oops. No.
But then Geo also had Garen on Gates Majesty and everything like that, which makes it seem like it's the secondary. It's all weird.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was for a potential set, I feel like Chalice would probably make more sense since he would fight Blade more often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he definitely belongs in O. And, like, we know that with O, lines past don't matter to them. Like, they gave us Kaiza so long after we got Fize. So, and we got... Wait, no. Who did I say?
Kaiza?
Kaiza?
Delta, you mean?
I meant to say Delta, but we also got Kaiza, and that's a spot where secondary riders show up if they're not in the main situation. So that's definitely... Garen is not making it in the main line. If Gatak doesn't make it into the main Shoto set, he's definitely going into O. No, actually, you know what? I feel like if their first pick for the Shoto-O set are Punch and Kick Hopper, Gatak has to be. He has to be in that main set. He just has to be. You can't have Kabuto without Gatak. Because where would your main character be?
Now you know.
Anyway.
Now you understand the situation with Garen and Chalice.
What do you mean? Gatak is the secondary rider.
No, the B is supposed to be the secondary.
You're not...
How many episodes later did Gatak debut?
Shut up, he's a secondary rider. I will take no...
Now you truly understand the debate.
Dang. I didn't know it went that... But, no, hold on. Everywhere else touts Gatak as a secondary rider. Like, there is no... Like, no one's debating... Because, like, the B is like a suit rather than a singular person. And we're talking specific people with riders, right? Not just the suits. Your secondary rider is Gatak.
Sure, I can see the logic, yeah.
Yeah, like, there's... I can see the debate, because yes, technically second... Or, not technically... Yeah, like, actually, yes. Zabi was the second rider in the show that showed up. But, like, he doesn't...
That would make Gatak like
it's
the
suit.
sixth rider.
Yeah, like... I don't know. The character showed up first, like, before, you know...
Yes, Gatak is the secondary rider.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's no debate here. Shut up. Guys,
you know what, the Kabuto is where it gets a little bit shaky, but when it comes to the O's final form, I'm just like, yeah, I can understand. Also, there's an objective answer to this.
That's
say that for Kabuto.
That's true. I disagree. Gatak has to, because, like, is it the suit that shows up and makes them the secondary rider, or is it the character that shows up to make them the secondary rider?
I think
I'm not sure.
Like,
that's actually a good question.
But then you run into the thing of who's the real secondary rider for O's? Is it Goto or is it Date?
I honestly consider it Goto.
I do too.
Because Date is the only user of Birth Prototype.
Right, and who showed up first? Goto.
Right.
See? That's also a good point.
So,
and I can't even point to Gates' Majesty for using Date because who knows? Maybe they couldn't get the other actor.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, shoot, dang it! They both wore the suit. They're both. No, I'm going with Malunis here. Also, in that special, did he show up as Birth or Proto Birth?
Just Birth, regular Birth.
Okay, because I remember at the end of Megamax, because I watched that recently, they said, Proto Birth is beyond repair because of the fight they had with Poseidon. Did Proto Birth ever show up after that?
I would assume not, because O's that wasn't relevant after that.
I mean, like, he could have just showed up in the background in one of the Tyson movies.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at, because I feel like that might have happened.
It's possible that he showed up in the background, just like any monster suit that they have lying around.
No, actually, I think. Let me look that up. I want to check this.
Okay.
The Kamen Rider Wiki, you definitely would have a first appearance and last appearance.
Yeah.
That's true.
Josh, be careful with all of your clicking, because I had to edit a lot of that out last time.
Sorry.
Your audio sometimes does this strange thing where, like, it just does and just vibrates, and I don't understand. Also, another strange thing, and I don't know if I'm going to ruin this for everyone else, but sometimes Josh's audio drifts from left to right, and I don't know how to stop that from happening. I guess I could just make his audio mono, but
I don't understand that.
It's so strange. Like, sometimes one side is higher than the other, and they don't ever balance out, and I don't understand.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and, like, for the last one, you drifted from side to side a little bit, and I didn't know what to do.
Well, sorry.
Oh no, it's not your fault. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. So what were you saying? Did it show up?
I knew it. Okay, so, yeah. Birth Prototype shows up in Superhero Tyson. I remember there's like a distinct fight with it. It's not just like in the background.
Mm.
And Superhero Tyson came out after Megamax.
Like the actual regular Superhero Tyson?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Cause like,
Sure.
I thought, oh wow, cause like that must have just been when
And it's not
Marvelous
just
was
like it was a.
collecting
I remember there
the
was
writers.
I remember there was a distinct fight in Superhero Tyson that had Birth and Birth Prototype. I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Okay.
That was also not too far away from Megamax because that was during Forza.
Right. Yeah, it was only a little bit afterward.
You might be able to place it before Megamax. No, maybe not.
Nope.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
not.
probably not.
It was probably more of a spring movie.
Yeah, because Megamax came out in December of 2011.
No, I'm saying like timeline wise, you might be able to place it.
Film
before.
wise. Or
Yeah, maybe.
Or like just, in a potential
Or
watch
crossover.
order. Yeah. I don't know. None of
Actually,
these
wait.
things are canon, and all of them are canon at once. So
Wait, you
it's
can't do
whatever.
that because Go Busters started right before Superhero Tyson came out.
well, you see, each
And-
movie has its own separate timeline.
Oh, God.
But
I
still
love
my
that
favorite-
they can't be bothered to have any amount of continuity. So they just say, they're all their own thing. Just deal with it.
have I talked about this? How Dragon Ball Z basically has that explanation for the movies.
I mean, that makes sense.
I'm not
'cause, like,
surprised.
I don't know.
'Cause
Those
they'll-
are fun, like,
they'll
side
just-
things, and like
Yeah, because
there is an internal logic the regular show follows.
Mm.
So it makes sense that the movies are just whatever.
As soon as I
But,
heard
like,
that, as soon as I heard that explanation for Dragon Ball Z, it kind of just made a lot of sense. Like, oh yeah, that's why in this movie you have this specific set of characters, but you don't have them fighting this specific villain at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've talked enough, boys. This was a fun
Yeah.
discussion about secondary
Thanks
writers.
for all your
Somehow
answers.
that was wonderful. Next week for the topic, I'm gonna be talking about some candy toy Gaim figures, and basically my whole thing is like I intend to make riders in forms that didn't technically get made, and I kind of wanted to share my recipes of those with you guys. I have some for like the like some easy ones, like with Baron's apple form, and like other just tons of stuff that you could easily do. But if you guys have any easy customs, like what with Blade did and Ken this week, let us know what your easy customs are so that we could quickly add those to our collections. Because again, like we said, easy customs are something we absolutely love. It adds so much utility to things we already own.
Let me just toss in one myself right now. You could probably easily make Savior, the one from the Duke movie, because it's just Malus with his usual armor and one of Gaim's shoulders.
Yep.
I thought that, but then he had these weird side skirt things that I don't know what to do with.
Make them.
That's tricky.
Shut up, Josh. Guys, thanks
You
for
asked
watching.
me what to do.
Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Later.
Goodbye.